Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to my Robinhood portfolio. For this video, I thought I would talk about some of the better stock picks that I've made so far since establishing this portfolio. This is in response to a viewer question asking that what are some of the better trades I have made since opening up this portfolio. So I thought I'd just kind of go through and talk about 5 different trades that have been performing very, very well since opening the portfolio. So having said all that, let's kind of jump in here and talk about the 5 stocks. The first one goes by the ticker symbol LLY, Eli Lilly and Company. This is a healthcare stock, a pharmaceutical company. You can see on the bottom here, it operates a number of different segments. In the middle, you can see it's had a great return for me so far, 25.16%. Bought in at an average cost of $67.20. You can see here it's trading at $84.11. You can see over the last 3 months, it's up 14.52%. Over the last year, 17.38%. But importantly, I was able to pick this up on the dip here to magnify the return here. Overall, it's only up 17% or so, but since buying on the dip here, I was able to magnify that to 25.16%. So a very, very good trade. Have 5 shares, $420. Wish I would have put a little bit more money in. I think this is a great stock along with Pfizer here, which I have a lot more capital in. So 2 very good healthcare companies, pharmaceutical companies, but Eli Lilly and Company performed very well, 25.16%. The second stock is BA here, goes by the ticker symbol BA. This is an industrial stock, an aerospace and defense stock. Boeing, you can see on the bottom here, it has commercial businesses, it has defense, military applications as well. Picked it up at an average cost of $131.17. You can see here it's now currently trading just under $177. Again, over the last 3 months, 14.13% up. Over the last year, 44.4% up. So this has been a great, great stock. Wish I would have put a little bit more capital into this stock. You can see I picked it up September 26th there on the bottom. So very good stock moving forward. I think this is going to continue to perform well over the next few years with the current administration in office. The third stock I want to talk about is a little bit farther down on my portfolio here. One of the first stocks that I bought with the opening of the portfolio, Bank of the Internet, goes by the ticker symbol BOFI. You can see on the bottom here, this is essentially an online-only bank. They don't have a lot of brick and mortar stores. Excuse me, can't talk there. That I know of. Essentially, it is engaged in a number of different mortgage applications here. You can see I picked it up at an average cost of $17.44. It's currently trading $26. And interestingly enough, I bought this after there was some investigation into the company about some potential shady shenanigans. It was on the dip. Bought it. It started bouncing back very nicely here. You can see. Excuse me, pushed the wrong button there. $17, $18 range, trending up here. Interestingly enough, over the last week or so, it has another investigation opened against it with regards to money laundering. I think this is another type of investigation that is going to go nowhere. I'm not exactly sure what is bringing on all these investigations against the company. Initially, when I bought this stock, a lot of investors, a lot of people who were holding the stock were remarking about pump and dump schemes, putting out some false information to pick the stock up cheap and then watching it trend up to sell off again. And this may be another one of those scenarios. Don't know about that, but it's been performing very well. You can see 49.04%. That was up around 60% at one point. So I'm going to continue holding this stock. I only have $286 worth of equity in the company. A very interesting company, to say the least, with regards to some of the litigation against it, but performed very well. And as one of the original stocks that I had bought with my portfolio, I'm just going to keep this stock and kind of see how this plays out here. Again, I only have $286 in the stock. It's performed very well, made me almost 50%, at one point making me almost 60%. So I'm going to hold this through the investigation here to kind of see how everything plays out. The fourth stock here, Huntington Bank shares, you can see here. This is also another company within my financial services sector, the financials. You can see this is a bank, holding company, a number of different market segments as well. Picked it up at an average cost of $9.82. You can see it's currently trading just over $13 or so, $13.39 over the last 3 months. Kind of an up and down period over the last year. It's up 43.2%. So this stock has been performing very, very well. Actually, financials overall have been performing very, very well. So a nice pick here. Again, didn't put a lot of money into this particular stock, only $54, but performed very, very well since opening, or at least since buying this stock. And the last stock I want to talk about is in my information technology sector. Everybody knows about this stock here. A lot of you guys have been remarking on why I have not purchased more shares of this stock. I wish I would have, but as you guys know, hindsight is always 20/20 in the investment world. Apple Incorporated, you guys all know Apple items, their laptops are of superior quality. Picked this particular company up at $108.85. Only have 3 shares, just $430 worth of equity. We can see here it's been on an absolute tear of late here, up 24.55% over the last 3 months. Over the last year, 32.81%. And for myself, I'm up 31.94%. You know, $100 on the initial $300 or so investment. So very, very good stock. I can see this stock holding its value, if not increasing, moving forward. I think a lot of this has to do with the new dividend that Apple was giving to investors, 1.934%. As you guys know, Apple has an absolute enormous cash bank in the trillions of dollars. I read one article saying something to the effect of there's only about 30 or so countries in the world that have more free cash than Apple does. So kind of interesting. Very powerful company, has a lot of capital at its disposal to follow up on new investments. I'm really interested to see if Apple gets into the energy business, possible electric cars, or at least being part of a conglomerate that puts out some electric products, whether that's automobiles or energy systems or battery technology. But I think they're going to jump in at some point, whether it's their own company or a company that they fund. So 5 stocks that have performed very well for me. Again, AAPL, HBAN, BOFI, BA, and LLY. So I hope you guys have had equal success. Not all my stocks have performed this well, but the market's been very strong, and I have very few stocks that are in the red. Ford is one of note, which has been trending down recently, but I've been using that opportunity to buy more shares of Ford. So let me know what you guys are doing with your portfolios. Not to make the video too long, I'll kind of end the video here. As always, if you enjoy my videos, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And until next video, we'll see you then.